How's it going today, folks? This is Mike from True Gents TV. It's been quite some time, but if you had seen the video that I posted yesterday, I said that I was going to be doing a review today of the Gillette Silver Blue. I'll show you the package here. So I think that's going to be backwards, but it's alright. Gillette Silver Blue. I've heard a lot of good things about it. They're platinum blades, I believe, or stainless steel blades. And I have never used them before. And yeah, these are stainless steel, it says on the packaging. It comes in a little, Gillette wrapper like this. And today I'm going to be using my good old Merkur 180, my very first double-edged razor. It's a 3-piece razor. It has the pole, the fastener, and the actual piece, the angler, or I guess the holder for the razors. So I'll show you how to put this on here. You want to be very careful. These are super sharp. Pull it out, it comes in another little protective wax paper. So very carefully make your way in there. Pull it out. It's going to have these, like on the 4 corners, if you can see those little like wax things, that's just to hold it inside. Once you rinse it in the water, they eventually just kind of disappear. So you put it, let me just show you again, take it and you put it on there like so, and again be careful, it's very sharp. Then you want to take the part with the grooves, face the grooves down over the top of the razor, and then you would take the pole. There's a female end with thread, and there's a bigger female end with no thread. So make sure you're putting the right side on. Fasten it in, not too tight, and you want to look at the razor reveal, which is just how much of the razor is actually showing on both ends. So because this is a double-edged razor, you want to make sure, like if you see right there, and on the other side right there, it's got an equal reveal on both sides. If you need to fix it, you want to make sure that it's straight. If you need to fix it, just loosen it a little bit. Use your fingers. It has these a little amount of it that kind of sticks out the end, if you can hear that. You can just take that, move it around, and make sure that the blade is straight. Today I am using only Colonel Conk's amber soap. It's one of my favorite scents, the amber. I already have it all whipped up here, so as you can see here, I have plenty of it, plenty in the bowl. Want to make sure with soap that you don't use too much water, because you can't go back. So make sure that it's thick, almost like Cool Whip, and then you'll be ready to go. So I'm just going to wet my face here. I just got out of the shower, so my whiskers are still nice and soft, but I'm going to give it one rinse with hot water. Now today I've probably got like 5 days of growth. Like I said, I've been away. I didn't take a travel kit with me. We were doing some backpacking in New York City and didn't really find a need to use it. Also, what I'm doing now is I'm using this Taconic pre-shave oil, unscented, just because it's a lot of facial hair, and you just run it through, squirt like 3 or 4 squirts into your hand, work it into your hands, and then apply it to your beard against the grain, and it should help it should help keep the whiskers up off the face, so it's actually easier to shave it off. I don't know if you can tell that it's sticking up or not, but it does help. So now let's throw in some lather. And with soap, you tend to run out fairly quickly, and because I have such a thick beard, I'm going to have to reapply the soap to the brush. This is going to be a good test with this blade. Like I said, I've never used it, although I have used the 7 o'clock from Gillette. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a good experience like that 7 o'clock was. The 7 o'clock is still, if you saw my other video, it is still one of my favorite razors to this day. I like it a lot more than the feathers. The feathers for me are the best for straight edge razors. So this is good right here for lather. I want to make sure you get everything. That's on my shirt. You want to get everything. Cover the whole face. Make sure you get underneath all the whiskers. And you're good to go. So let's see how this holds up. And with the double-edged razor, you can just spin it around there when it gets full on one side and continue your shave. And if you can see that, that's just one pass. Very sharp blades. Seems to be just burning through the hair. Want to be careful on the lip. What I mean by careful is you don't want to nick your lip. It will bleed for quite some time. Now, I have been using these double-edged razors now for, I want to say, 4 months, and I have really improved my technique, and I would encourage anybody that's thinking about switching to do so. I can tell you right now that the amount of irritation and the amount of razor burn, ingrown hairs, nicks, uncomfortability just shaving has gone completely away. This is by far the best way of shaving. I used cartridge razors for pretty much my whole life. My father actually never used double-edged razors, and I bought him a double-edged razor for his birthday last year. And it's kind of weird, being the son teaching the father how to do it, My grandfather, respectively, still uses his, but mostly just for special occasions when he wants to get a really close, smooth shave when he goes to church, or if there's a wedding or something like that, he'll do that. But for everyday uses, he just uses disposable Gillette razors. As you can see, I'm a hairy guy, so I got some hair that grows low on my neck, so I just hit that real quick. And that's it. First pass is done. What you want to do now is just give it a quick rinse. As you can see, this is one pass. This is unbelievable. Quick rinse just to moisten the skin again. Again, take your soap, add a little more water to this soap, dry it up a little bit. And let's reapply it here. And this time, there's much less hair to deal with. And when you're only using soap, you want to not put on so thick as you would lather. You want a nice thin layer so that the blade can really get underneath everything and cleanly take everything off. So, just a little pointer from me to you, that's why you're watching the videos. So, now we're going across the grain. And I love the sound of using these razors. You can really get the feedback from the sound. You know how close you are depending on how loud your shaving is. So areas like this still needs to use some work, and that's actually my problem spots are right here is a problem spot, and again here. My facial hair doesn't grow in an easy way. It's kind of sporadic. It goes all over the place. If you have hair like that and you start using a DE razor and you notice that you're nicking yourself a lot, I'll be the one to stand up and tell you, keep trying, find what works, because I have the same problem, and like I said, now that I know, I'll never go back. If anybody needs any tips, or if you have any concerns or anything, please send me a personal message or leave a comment or a video response. So now this is the final pass. Final pass is against the grain, and then we'll be done. I understand that my videos do tend to be a little long. I just want to make sure that I'm covering everything and that all the questions have been answered. I want to say that these blades shave very similar to the Gillette 7 o'clocks. There's no pull at all. It's a very smooth shave. And this kind of shaving, you have to remember, this kind of shaving is called progressive beard reduction, which means you're not getting rid of the facial hair per se. You are making an effort to make sure that you're taking it off a little at a time to reduce the amount of irritation, and that you make sure that everything is taken off equally. If you are new to double-edge razor shaving, do not try to shave like you would with a cartridge razor. It's not beard removal, it's progressive beard reduction. So bear that in mind when you're shaving. When you're done with your first pass and it still feels like there's hair, that's fine. I've done 3 passes, and as you can hear, there's still hair to be taken. So don't be discouraged. And make sure that any trouble spots, it's actually pretty easy to get off if you just stretch the skin a little bit. And I am putting virtually no pressure at all on this razor. It's just the weight of the razor. I typically just hold it with 2 fingers, let it fall, and use the up and down motion. So, as you can see, that's it. 3 passes. With the grain, across the grain, and against the grain. Washing out the bowl. As you can see, there's still plenty of lather on here. If you have any spots that you missed, you can just go over it again. I still got enough in there for 1 more pass, but I'm all done. I don't need to worry anymore about it. You want to make sure that you clean out all of your utensils properly. In the next video I put up, I'll actually show you guys a proper way to rinse out bowls and your brush and the razor and all that. Very important to take the razor apart and clean it when you're done, because there's going to be a lot of dead skin cells and hair and stuff like that that's going to get into the razor. And if you don't clean it right away, it's going to create problems. It's going to rust. It'll create irritation and stuff like that, so it's good to rinse it all off. So now that I'm done, I'm going to do one last rinse with warm water. What you do after you're done, you take a towel. You want to pat dry your face. You don't want to scrub. Okay. Then what you want to do is follow up with a cold so it closes all the pores. So after that, follow up with whatever aftershave you want. I'm going to do that afterwards, but I actually left it in my bedroom. But I use Brute aftershave. You can use whatever kind of aftershave you want. You can use lotion, balm, liquid aftershave, doesn't matter. Just make sure that you wash with hot water when you're done. Rinse again with cold water to close the pores, and then use your aftershave. I would recommend using an aftershave and a balm afterwards, just to moisturize the skin. It helps keep the skin clean, fresh. It's not going to tighten up on you. It's going to be nice and moist. Right now I'm cleaning all the pieces to my razor, but as you can see, all the growth that I had, gone. Baby smooth shave, rocking out with my Merkur. Merkurs to me are the best razors. They have entry level where you're going to pay anywhere from $25 to $35, depending on if there's any sales or something like that. You could always find them on Amazon. They usually have them pretty cheap. If you want another razor that's of high quality for a good price, I would suggest Edwin Jagger, the DE. I forget what the number sequence is. I think it's a DE89BL or something like that. But that's their review. Let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. You'll be, getting all the videos that I make right on your page. And I don't make a lot of videos, so I'm not going to bombard your page with videos like watch me do this, watch me do that. But I will say that I am going to attempt another Parker straight edge shave next week. I'm getting a little bit more used to the right and the left hands, so stay tuned for that. I haven't used the straight edge in quite some time. I did cut myself, you can see right there, nicked myself pretty good. Didn't put up that video, obviously, so yeah, that's about it. So like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.